Explosive reveal. Kim Ji-won finally speaks on Kim Soo Hyun's ties to Kim Se-ron. What really happened behind the scenes? For months, whispers of a hidden connection between Kim Soo Hyun and Kim Se-ron have stirred the entertainment world. But now, in a moment no one expected, Kim Ji-won has stepped forward, with a statement that could change everything. Red Carpet Revealed takes you deep inside the drama, the secrets, and the shocking truth. Let's uncover it all, right now. The room was dim, the tension almost unbearable. 100 flashes fired as Kim Ji-won walked onto the stage, not as an actress promoting a drama, but as a witness to something far more personal and devastating. For days, her silence had been a mystery. But today, she came not to perform, but to speak, and what she said would send shockwaves across the entire Korean entertainment industry. "He told me everything," Kim Ji-won began, her voice steady but filled with something darker. "I wish I could forget his face that night, the guilt, the fear, the love." Whispers become reality. A love hidden in plain sight. For years, the names Kim Soo Hyun and Kim Se-ron were never publicly linked beyond casual industry interactions. But insiders, stylists, and managers had whispered of something deeper. Something unspoken. A secret bond forged away from red carpets and award shows. Kim Ji-won confirmed what many only dared speculate. Kim Soo Hyun and Kim Se-ron were once in a deeply private romantic relationship. According to her, it wasn't a fleeting affair or a shallow fling. It was, as Soo Hyun confessed to her during a midnight call in late 2023. "The one thing in my life that ever felt truly real." They met during a time when both were lost. Ji-won explained. He had just come out of a difficult contract battle. She was being criticized online constantly. They leaned on each other. In secret, what started as companionship grew into something stronger. But secrecy poisoned their love. As Kim Ji-won described it, their relationship existed only in the shadows. They had to pretend they were strangers in public. And eventually, that silence broke them both. The night the truth became too heavy. In early March 2025, Kim Soo Hyun reached out to Kim Ji-won again. He was in distress. She recalled the call vividly. "He said he couldn't breathe. He told me she had sent him a letter. Something handwritten. He hadn't replied, not because he didn't care, but because he didn't know how." Then came the news that shattered everything. Kim Se-ron had attempted to take her own life. She was found by her sister, unconscious, a note beside her. She was rushed to the hospital. Though she survived, her condition remained critical. The industry froze. But Kim Ji-won, she couldn't stay silent anymore. This was more than a personal tragedy. This was a system that failed her. A culture that told her to disappear. And the people she trusted the most, some of them disappeared too. Behind the curtain, love, fear, and a career on the line. According to Ji-won, Kim Soo Hyun once told her, "If I tell the truth, I'll lose everything. But if I lie, I'll lose her." And so, for years, he chose silence. It was not out of malice, Ji-won emphasized, but fear. Fear cultivated by an industry that sees love as weakness. That turns private lives into public battlegrounds. That protects its own image, even at the cost of human lives. He was told, word for word, "You are not allowed to love her. If you do, you're on your own." Kim Ji-won said she had watched Kim Soo Hyun become a shell of himself during those years. He would show up to shoots, smiling, charming, but privately, unraveling. And Kim Se-ron? She became collateral damage in a war no one knew she was fighting. The letter that changed everything. The note that Kim Se-ron left behind was never meant to be read by the world. But with the family's consent, Kim Ji-won shared a few lines. Her voice shook as she read. "I loved you in silence. But I was dying in the dark. If you won't see me now, maybe you will once I'm gone." There was no sound in the room. Even the clicking of cameras had stopped. This wasn't a cry for help. This was a final scream. And none of us answered in time. Ji-won said, "The industry's unspoken rules." Without naming names, Kim Ji-won pointed to a culture of suppression. One where PR teams, managers, and executives make decisions not based on people's well-being, but on sponsorship deals and viewership ratings. There were contracts involved, brands, image consultants. They told him that loving her would cost millions. So he tried to forget. But you can't forget the person you wanted to spend your life with. In private, Soo Hyun allegedly tried to help Se-ron, financially, emotionally, even by setting up therapy. But none of it could replace the basic dignity she never received, to be loved without shame. A friend's torment. What broke Kim Ji-won the most was not just the tragedy, but her role as witness. I saw it happening. I watched her fade. I watched him spiral. I kept waiting for someone to intervene. But no one did. And now we're here, trying to put pieces back together that were never whole to begin with. When asked if Kim Soo-hyun would speak publicly, she paused. I think he's trying to. But he's afraid he waited too long. He's afraid he doesn't deserve to. What stunned the room was not just the story, but Kim Ji-won's emotional admission of her own guilt. She confessed that she had known about their relationship for years. She had seen the cracks forming, the silence deepening, and yet she did nothing. I watched him withdraw. I saw her breaking, and I told myself, it's not my place. I didn't speak. I didn't interfere. Her voice faltered. If I could go back, if I had even one chance, I would have dragged him to her door. Even if it was just to say, I'm sorry. Tears welled in her eyes as she continued. But time doesn't go backward. And now all we have is silence, and a letter no one answered. A culture that kills, without directly naming agencies or individuals. Ji-won turned her attention to the wider industry, calling out the coldness of entertainment culture, where appearances matter more than people. We tell our actors to be perfect, to be untouchable, to be marketable, but we never ask if they're okay. We make them pretend to be in love on screen, but forbid them from loving in real life. Her message was not just for Soo Hyun, or for the public, but for an entire system that, in her words, teaches people how to be stars, but not how to be human. The weight of what's left behind. Kim Soo Hyun has not released a statement since the incident. According to close friends, he's been in isolation, refusing interviews or public appearances. Ji-won confirmed that he has read Se-ron's letter, more than once. He's living in torment, she said quietly, and he keeps asking one question over and over. What if I had answered her? The final words. As the press conference drew to a close, Kim Ji-won stood silently for a moment before uttering a final sentence, one that would echo in the hearts of every person present. If I could go back to that moment, I would pull him to her. Even if it was only to say, I'm sorry. But time doesn't wait. And in this silence, our guilt screams louder than anything else. She bowed once, turned, and left. There was no applause, only the soft hum of guilt, of truth, of a love buried beneath fear, and a world left wondering what could have been, if someone had simply spoken sooner.